Have you ever borrowed money and had to pay it back with a little something extra? What about earning a reward for saving your money? You've probably heard of these things called interest rates. But do you really know how they work? Don't worry, we're here to help! Welcome to Bugsonomics, where we learn how the tiniest bugs make a big impact. We're gonna use cockroaches because, well, they're kind of like the rats of the roaches. Ha! Get it? Okay? You know, I don't think I've ever actually seen a cockroach in real life. They're always scurrying away before I can get a good look. Anyway, let's meet our first cockroach, Gao. He's a small light brown cockroach with big eyes and a red scarf. One day he walks into a cockroach cafe made of bottle caps and leaves. The cafe's owned by Rich, a plump cockroach with a golden scarf. Gao is a little nervous. He has come to ask Rich for a loan of a few crumbs so he can buy some new shoes. But Gao knows that Rich will want something extra in return. Sure enough, when he hands over 5 crumb coins to Rich, he smirks. That extra crumb? It's called interest. It rewards me for lending you my crumbs instead of spending them. Interest is the price of borrowing and the reward for saving. Gao thinks that's not very fair. Why do I have to pay back more than I borrowed? Well, because the more you borrow, the more you pay back. Enter Can, a dark brown cockroach with glasses. He's just bought a tiny abacus from a junk store, and he wants to show it off. Look! My new toy helps me keep track of numbers and stuff. Lazy, a green cockroach with a sleepy expression, lounges in the corner, sipping nectar through a straw. Numbers? What are they good for? Anyway, Kun shrugs and starts to count on his abacus. Well, for one, they help me keep track of how many crumbs I owe Gao from that loan he gave me last week. See, I owe him 6 crumbs, not 5, because one turned into a little bit of extra interest. Gao looks confused. He's holding a piece of paper titled Loan 5 crumbs, pay back 6 crumbs. So if he borrows 5 crumbs, he has to pay back 6. But why? How does interest work? Khan steps off his stool to explain. See, when you lend crumbs to someone else, those crumbs can earn more crumbs over time. It all depends on how much you lend and how long you lend it for. Khan draws on a chalkboard. Let's say you lend 5 crumbs. In this jar, your crumbs could grow into more crumbs over time. The more you lend, the more you'll earn. And that's called high interest. Khan crosses out the number 5 and writes 7. Or, if you lend a smaller amount, your crumbs won't grow as much. That's low interest. An arrow shows the number 5 turning into 6. Khan says, high interest, hard to borrow, easy to save. Low interest, easy to borrow, but not as rewarding to save. Rich decides to lend a few crumbs to another cockroach who wants to start a leaf pizza shop. Gao eventually pays back his loan to Rich, who smiles and watches his pizza business thrive. Gao struts his stuff in his new shoes, while other cockroaches start their own businesses, too. A bank made of acorns opens across the street. A tiny coin jar sits on a windowsill, collecting spare change. A leaf cafe bustles with activity. Gao looks around in amazement. So, interest isn't evil. It's just how crumbs move and grow in our colony. By saving and lending, even the littlest bug can make a big impact. Bug, 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 bug. We made it! That was a big one. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more tiny lessons from a big world.